3.5 billion years ago, the sea of the equator gave birth to the first living organism on Earth. And about 230 million years ago, the first dinosaurs began to appear. There were still no human beings then. At the time, dinosaurs instead of humans ruled the Earth. The Earth at the time was very much different from what it is today. As time passed, many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions changed the land into the Earth we now know today. During the era of the dinosaurs, Korea was also very much different. Jeolla and Gyeongsang provinces had several large lakes surrounded by thick forests. These lakes and forests gave dinosaurs the best possible conditions to live in. Thanks to such conditions, the era of dinosaurs in Korea began. About 100 million years ago, during a time period we call the Cretaceous, dinosaurs lived in Korea. At the time, the Uhangri region, like many other regions in the south coast, had volcanoes that were very active. Then, how were the Uhangri sedimentary rocks, which contain dinosaur footprints, formed? The Uhangri sedimentary rocks were formed during the early Cretaceous period, which was about 80 million years ago, running up to 5 kilometers in the Uhangri region. These sedimentary rocks consisted of black mudstone and either green or white sandstone. After studying the layers of the rocks, we realized that the rocks were formed in the calm bottom of the lake. Also, unique sedimentary structures are visible in these layers, such as ripple marks due to wind, rip-down clasts formed by high hydration ratio of mudstone, convoluted structure showing clastic deformation, and finally, flame structure, which is formed when the mudstone pushed up the upper sandstone layer. Fossils are the traces of organisms that lived in the geological age. Usually, the remains of animals or plants are buried on the ground, and after a long time, they become solid like rocks due to the mineral substances of underground water. But then, how could dinosaurs' footprints remain intact on such solid rocks? 80 million years ago, when dinosaurs walked on Uhangri, this region was on the edge of a lake. When dinosaurs were passing by the region, the ground was a smooth mud flat. The footprints they left later hardened and then were covered with new sediments that protected the footprints. After the new sediments settled down, the sediments became solid after a long time and were transformed into sedimentary rocks, which may emerge on the surface of the rock due to natural weathering or artificial excavation. This is how we get to find the dinosaur footprints preserved for millions of years. In 1993, the Uhangri dinosaur fossils became known around the world when the web-footed bird track was discovered. At the time, people discovered not only the bird tracks, but also others that looked like dinosaurs' footprints. After a full-scale excavation from 1996 to 1998, we were able to dig up all the rocks that covered the ground and discover these many dinosaur fossils that you can see now. We recovered 514 dinosaur footprint fossils that belong to many different dinosaurs, like sauropods, theropods, and ornithopods. There are also 443 pterosaur footprint fossils, several hundreds of bird track fossils, dozens of silicified wood and lignite fossils, and dozens more of fossilized tracks of invertebrate animals, as well as parts of pterosaur bones. In the Uhangri Dinosaur fossil site, we have discovered the uniquely shaped front footprint of sauropod dinosaurs and the pterosaur track, which is the 7th discovery in the world and the first of its kind in Asia. The back footprint of this pterosaur track is 20 to 35 centimeters in size. It is simply the world's largest pterosaur track ever reported. Also, we can say that the web-footed bird track discovered first in this site was from the Mesozoic era. This is then the oldest web-footed bird track in the world and the first of its kind ever discovered. Finding it along with the pteropod dinosaur footprint proves that the two animals lived in the same environment. Therefore, the Uhangri Dinosaur fossil site is a world treasure and is very important in the study of the evolution of Mesozoic organisms and the ecosystem of the era. As the natural monument number 394, the Uhangri Dinosaur fossil site has an observation deck that is 5 kilometers long. The deck is divided into the Ornithopod Dinosaur Track Hall, Pterosaur and Bird Track Hall, and Giant Plant-Eating Dinosaur Hall. It also displays sedimentary rocks and has an outdoor exhibition site that boasts of various types of life-size dinosaur models. The Uhangri Dinosaur fossil site. It is full of rare fossils, including the largest pterosaur track. It has recently opened its dinosaur museum on April 2007, which is now the largest in Korea. The exhibition hall, the core of the dinosaur museum, consists of not only the Uhangri Hall, but also dinosaur halls having the Mesozoic Diorama Hall, Marine Reptile Hall, and Giant Dinosaur Hall, in which you can see full-scale dinosaur skeletons and footprint, as well as various organisms from the Mesozoic era. Is it amazing? A long time ago, this land had large lakes and thick forests. This land was a paradise for dinosaurs. On the sky, giant pterosaurs flew by, and on land, the dinosaurs walked and ate. Uhangri was an Eden on Earth. Many years later, after so many natural things that happened and as the Earth's environment changed, the dinosaurs disappeared. Once the ruler of the Earth for 160 million years, these mighty animals were gone. And then came human beings who became the next ruler of this land. The traces of dinosaurs that walked on this land 80 million years ago. The tracks of pterosaurs that used to fly in the sky of Uhangri. After millions of years, their magnificence is once again revealed to us through the Uhangri fossils. Today, let us travel back in time to the paradise of dinosaurs.
엄마!